you're too centered. I don't like that.
Inmate number 639021.
90210?
90210. I just subconsciously went there, didn't I? Hello, it's Graeme from Frontenac Cycle. Today we're going to be talking about how to fix a flat. It's probably the most common repair video request we get, so figured we'd get into it. Today we have a customer who's moving from the trainer back onto the road, and we're swapping out their tire. A flat is the same process, so let's get into it. All right, so whether you have a flat tire or you're changing out your tire, the concept is the same. First, you want to let all the air out of the tire. Squish it down, even if it's a slow leak. So we've got the tire deflated, and we're gonna peel the tire back, take the scoop side of our lever, and put it under the bead of the tire. We're gonna try not to touch the tube inside there, because there is the potential for pinching the tube. We're gonna fold that over the edge. There's a hook on the end of the tire lever to hook onto a spoke, and that will help you free up your hand so you can go to the next one. I think in this case we're going to be okay without it, so I'll just show you how I would do it. We're going to slide the lever along like so, peeling the bead off. This one came nice and easy. Boom, boom, boom. And then we're going to take the tube out. So in order to inflate our tire, you need a pump, obviously. Today we were using the Topeak Joe Blow Sport 3. It has a head that will do both types of valves, or all three actually, but the two common ones, Schrader and Presta, one for each side. The mechanism locks by turning it away from the side that you want to use. This pump also has a gauge, which is super helpful because you don't want to go over pressure or under pressure while you're riding. So pick up a nice pump, it'll be worth its weight in gold. All right, so we've taken out the dead tube, we've pulled off the trainer tire, and now we're going to put the road tire and the new tube in. First, you want to find the writing on the tire and line it up with the valve hole. Double check that the direction of the tire is correct. And then we're just going to slide one side of the tire onto the rim by getting the bead of the tire over the bead of the rim, fitting that around. This one's a bit tight, so set it up like so. So now we've got one side of the bead of the tire onto the rim, and we've got our tube. Some people like to inflate the tube a little bit. Personally, I don't, but for the sake of the video, I will do so. It gives the tube a little bit of shape. On a really tight tire, you might not want to put any air in, but this one I think will be okay, like so. So we've got a little bit of shape to the tube. You're going to peel the tire back, starting at the valve, put the valve through, and then you're going to pull up on the tire and over the tube, and then we're going to start spinning the wheel around, and I'm tucking the tube in with one hand and I'm making sure it's still in with the other hand. So we're going to go around, round and round she goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. All right, so at the valve is where it stops actually. So now we're going to start sliding the next side of the bead on. At the valve, you want to make sure that you want to press the valve up a little bit. So you want to push the valve up, start getting the bead of the second side of the bead of the tire on. And so I'm using my thumbs to just push it on. And we're going to get to the end. Now, this is a pretty loose tire, but there's the trick that I've coined, the pinch and shimmy. Not sure, I think we might have talked about it in a previous video, but I'll go over it again. So the pinch and shimmy is just talking about pinching the tire so that the bead of the tire sits in the lowest point of the rim, which will give you the most slack at the other finishing end of the tire. So that when we get to the end, it just sits in nicely. And if it is a tight tire, using the palm, this part of your hand, I don't know, the top of the palm of your hand, you can roll the tire like that, and that will give you good leverage with your fingers and your wrist. Now we're going to be pumping the tire, and every 20 psi or so, we're going to spin the wheel, check to make sure that the bead of the tire is seated correctly on the bead of the rim, and it's not dipping down too low or bulging up. So let's attach the pump. So we're at 20 psi. So not sure if you can see that, Rob, but the tire's dipping down in one spot there. So we're going to find that spot, and just with our hand, yeah, so that wasn't a big issue. We're just going to manually move it up a little bit, and as we pump to a higher pressure, that's going to resolve itself. All right, so we're at 40 psi. Same thing, spin, and that's looking good. You want to pay attention to the line that's closer to the bead of the tire. Sometimes this kind of painted or stuck on reflective piece can be wobbly, and it's a little bit misleading. We're seated nicely there, so we can go ahead and pump it up to full pressure. The recommended pressure will be on the side of the tire, and we normally set it up usually 10 or so psi below the max. In this case, we're going to be going to 50. And there we are. All right, so I hope you found that video helpful. Now you'll know how to fix a flat. The best way to avoid a flat is to never ride your bike, since you're not going to be doing that. It's good to know how to fix one. Hope you found this video really, really helpful, and please like and subscribe down below. Oh my God, is this like pump broken? I think this pump is broken.